Hello, I'm Nobina Gupta. I'm an artist, curator and the founder director of Disappearing Dialogue. Disappearing Dialogue has been a project which has been traveling through Ladakh, through MP, within the Bundelkhand-Bundelkhand region, within the Changpas nomads, and now at the moment it is stationed in East Kolkata wetlands, which is at the backyard of the city Kolkata, and it's not very far from Kolkata, but strangely we are very less aware about this unique sustainable space that exists just in our neighborhood. I think Kolkata's most unique character is the texture that exists here, the people who exist here, because the people make the city, and the way people connect within the city, the practices that are still existing in each and every corner of the city, the puchka wala, the flower sellers, the fishermen, the sabji walas, they are actually the main highlight of the city, because everywhere all over the world we have these homogenized city making and the patterns that are developing, where we are actually trying to wipe out all that was existing and trying to make something which is unique and new. But the question is, Kolkata still has those very unique heritage points and sustainable practices, which I think is very important for us to be proud about and to see how we can retain and conserve them for our next generation. Like if we say that what are the sustainable hotspots, East Kolkata wetlands is one of the very important hotspots, because that holds both the practices as well as examples of a huge biodiversity, wetland biodiversity. So one of the hotspots is East Kolkata wetlands. There are other hotspots. Even if you think of Ganga, the Ganga is something which is like a lifeline that has flowed through us. Kolkata is a unique city which has these kind of water-oriented, it's a water-based city, where you have one side the East Kolkata wetlands, you have Sundarban even farther, you have the Ganga, and it's so secured within all these natural resources which we have. At times we think that it's something that's existing and it doesn't have any connection with the city. But where would the whole wastewater go if we do not have the wetlands? What will happen to the fish production and the agriculture? Every day we have a whole platter coming to our table with fresh fishes and fresh vegetables, and most of it comes from the wetlands, because you have a very fertile soil there. You have the traditional practices which the community is engaging, through which the fish production happens so rapidly. We are totally dependent on these wetlands. We don't realize that, if we always think something, what can I do? But each individual has a role to play in it. I think we have to be very sensitive about this, because we have to know how much we really need to develop, or how much of what is really development, because at times, or at the cost of what. So we do need roads, but we should not encroach the wastewater canals to build roads. Everyone needs a house to live, but all these plans, if they are not properly thought, in long run, when each step is actually leading us to a deterioration, and in long run we will see its outfall, or we will see its outcomes hitting us directly, and this whole existential crisis which we are going in is going to increase and increase day by day. There should be very strict rules about encroachment of wetlands. We cannot convert one single water body, whether within the city or in the wetlands. The government does not have hard rules, so the rules have to be very strict about this, so that the engagement within the wetland and around the wetlands is always monitored properly. There are a lot of initiatives that are being done by the government, but the initiatives have to be more categorized, have to be more streamlined, and have to really make a change within the community.